Have you heard of October Theory?
I've heard of Orange Theory. I've heard of Joe Locktober. I've heard of Jocktober. I've heard of even No Shave November.
But you've never heard of October Theory.
No, but I bet I'll hear about it now.
October Theory is this thing where, like, you actually end your year in October and start planning for the next year. And so you, like, start setting your intentions for what you would like the new year to, because it's actually a better time because, like, the work year, if you're in school, you've been in school for a little bit now.
Yeah.
But it's also, like, it's not the holidays. Like, you still have some energy. And so you can actually set better intentions.
Because once November and
and then you have no energy in January. So it's, like, actually better to, like, kind of restart your year in October and set your intentions.
Wow, I love that. I love that. Honestly, I'm chasing that high every single month.
Oh no.
Greg?
I thought this was a duet. Oh, so you're just going to sing all the parts? Those are not the right sounds. Can you hear me? Bonk.
Welcome to Miss Thing. I'm Greg.
And I'm Tim. And this is a podcast that celebrates and appreciates the Miss Things of the past, present, and future.
Yeah, in every episode, we take a key moment from our Miss Thing's storied career and do what we are best at, which is make it all about us.
And are you ready for it?
Baby, let the bump begin.
Games begin.
Right.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, we've got quite an episode in store. There is obviously an enormous musical release this week.
Yeah.
That we will be getting all into. Well, one of us will certainly be diving in, and one of us will be holding on for dear life.
We'll be holding space.
I actually have a really important question for you.
Okay.
And when you hear this, what is the first thing that it makes you think?
Hit me.
2 tips, endless possibilities.
Gay sex. That's what 2 tips. I'm thinking, like, you know, an orgy, a threesome.
Yeah. Do you want to know what it is?
I feel like it's like an ad for pencils.
Close. It's the new motto for Q-tips.
Oh my God.
Some absolutely vile sexual deviant is working at Q-tips and somehow made that the new motto. I saw that on the box.
Yeah.
It stopped me dead of my tracks.
You know, I know that we were supposed to take away from that girls episode to never do Q-tips in the ear. And I still do. I know I'm not supposed to. Don't scream at me.
You are not going to like what I say next.
Okay.
The other day, I was actually texting with you.
Okay.
I was in the bathroom. Of course, I put it in my ear, leave it in there for safekeeping, just in case, which is like absolutely like never do that. And of course, I absolutely banged the drum into my ear the other day. And it just lodged in there. And I went, oh, and it did hurt. It did hurt. But ultimately, I think everything's okay. I can't hear anything.
Yeah, you're talking really softly.
Well, it all sounds very, very muffled.
Yeah. I want to know what, after that girls episode aired, if their bottom line, you know, shrank.
I think there is no stopping the Q-tips.
Because I guess for women, they do it for, like, eye stuff. Is that what you're supposed to do? I've seen people do... I think how you're supposed to use a Q-tip. Gennifertias, correct me if I'm wrong.
Please, reach out.
I think it's for, like, eye stuff, like, meaning, like, you dab it, and I've seen people, like, try to get, like, the crust out of their eyes.
Sure.
Using that. But I'm also kind of like, should you be putting that near your eye?
Well, no, I do think it is a safe and sanitary way to do that, as opposed to using your fingers. But as the motto so smartly suggests,
2 tips.
2 tips, endless possibilities. You really can do anything with a Q-tip if you know how to use it right.
And boy, have I.
Yeah, it's not the size.
I have one in right now.
Okay. Well, Gennifertias, please do reach out. Let us know how you use Q-tips because we are trying to. This is a paid.
We want endless possibilities.
And this is a paid shill for Q-tips. No, actually, it's not, but we will accept their money.
This isn't my dad mom sauce, but it's just something that I want to talk about because I've already talked about the single and now the album has come out. Olivia Dean's The Art of Loving is giving me life.
Yeah.
Have you listened?
I have listened. It came out. It came out on the day that every single album was released in 2025. Like the girls, they waited and then they all released.
Well, you know
once.
why?
Why?
They all did it because of what's happening this week.
Yeah.
The power of our Miss thing this week. Everyone needed to get it out before or have to wait a month.
Yes, but I have listened to Olivia Dean. I really like it. I really like the way it sounds. My note.
Here we go.
I will say it does kind of sound like.
No, I don't even want to hear this.
Jazz for kids.
How dare you?
But I say this.
Jazz for kids. I would say that it's like timeless, breezy. You put it like jazz, sure, but how dare you get off this pod?
Listen, okay, and I will say, like beyond that, it actually is a genuinely good album, and it sounds really good, and I do love it.
It is so unique. Like I actually like it, but
it's Sade Jr. like for the high school productions. No, it sounds to me like because I was listening to it, and I was like, if I was younger,
because she's 26.
Yes, I would love. I thought she was like 19. I don't know anything about her age, but I was like, I would love this so much, and I feel like it would be like my introduction into like more alternative music, sort of like Adele was. When I was like Adele 19 was. It felt a little like edgy and new, and it didn't sound like everything else that like all the other pop girlies were doing. And that's the only reason I say that. But I do think the album is very good. I don't know how there's like 12 songs and it's 27 minutes, but
that's another thing that I like. I think not to come for any of the other pop girlies, but what I like about her is she does kind of feel very. And to your point, I understand that it's like she is obviously in her 20s, so it sounds like someone coming from their 20s. But at the same time, there is parts about it where it's like she feels so fully formed in a way that like so many pop girls, sorry to come for Tate McRae, not like where, but I just like where there's like things where it's like, what makes you like distinct from another person? You are so talented. You are so like, you have all of these things going for you.
And you also like love to put your leg above your head.
Yes, exactly. Which is
and like who doesn't, by the way.
Sure. But the thing that I'm like is like so often pop music feels like it needs to be either if it's gonna be fun, it's like sexy fun, like Sabrina style or something. But other than really Sabrina right now, like the pop girls are kind of doing like sad pop or like having to like come out of something but it has a beat, or whereas like this is just purely breezy fun vibes.
She still vibes. I say
so easy to fall in love. And give it to me.
A gorgeously, very digestible album, like gorgeously produced. I'm not kidding. Like I really, it's so funny that you bring it up because I listened to it and I did kind of want to talk about it on the podcast because I do really, really like it. Yeah. I will say, I know it's like the week of all these releases. I am just absolute pussy popping to Doja. That album is there. It's like 80% great.
Okay, I heard the like next new song and I liked it a lot. Like
Gorgeous. I like there's I think it's Stranger. I like the song after Gorgeous and I like the song before Gorgeous, which is Couples Therapy.
And Olivia, I take her out of this because she's so like new that I feel like it's just like she has to, whatever the label tells her when she's releasing her album is when she just doesn't have any like control over like I'm gonna pick September 26th as a thing. Whereas what I give credit to Doja for doing is for her to have the balls to come out in the same week that Mariah Carey is having one.
I know.
I'm kind of like, let her have that day.
Right.
and she didn't. But also, I guess Mariah, it doesn't command the same numbers that she did Once Upon a Time.
I just think the week just felt so crowded because I went
Why not do like November?
And by the way, Mariah's an all-timer for me, but I did go to Doja first because of the recent single, which I loved. Yeah. And also I went to Zara Larsson.
I listened to some of that too.
How great is it?
I mean, it's funny because I know you're way more into the Zara Larsson of now, but I've always been. Zara.
Oh, me too. No, I've always been into
Zara. But I'm saying like, so it's like I'm excited to like dive in, and I'm really loving her. Like her whole personality online lately is so fun. And I think the other thing I really love about her is you can tell she is such a girl's girl who gets it. While at the same time, she's like nasty. And that's the best type of girl.
Yeah, she loves to have fun, which I really appreciate it. But she's really smart and she's super global. I love her. I mean, the Swedish girls will always be better than anyone. Any American. They understand music better than anyone.
Talk about also like she can dance.
Oh, yeah. And sing. The mic's on.
Yeah.
I mean, I will never skip a Midnight Sun live performance. And I will never not send it to you as well. You will never watch.
Listen, I usually enjoy every Zara Larsson song, and that song does not do it for me at all. Listen, I love her so much. I really like the one that samples Tiffany, New York. I Love New York.
Oh, okay.
Beautiful, really gorgeous, sexy, whatever. Yeah.
I love Euro Summer. I
love that one too.
Funny.
Okay, what I imagine what you hear during Midnight Sun is actually what I hear during Europe Summer, because I'm like, okay, now I can get to this.
Yeah, it scratches some like deep OCD part of your brain. Oh my god, your eyes is rolling back in ecstasy.
Okay, well, anyways, we need to. It's time. Because this is a big episode. Okay.
Yeah. So it's time for Dog Mom Sauce, aka
Doll of the Day, Mother of the Moment, Sister of the Second.
Our first
and most famous
segment where we take a person, place, or thing that we are currently super obsessed with. And I'm going to go first because I saw the movie first, and I think we're gonna have the same
Yeah.
My Dog Mom Sauce is One Battle After Another.
As is mine, but I bet we'll have different reasons. Even though I've already told you all my reasons. Okay, go.
Oh, well, obviously, I forget them because I can only be in the here and now, which is all we have, technically, as humans. And
is right now.
Yeah, of course. Yeah. But I want to talk about a few days ago when I saw One Battle After Another. This is the movie of the year. It is so fun.
Movie of the decade.
It is just so exciting. Like, that, who knew nothing about it. My husband, I had gotten tickets, like, ahead of time because I wanted to watch it in film.
Did you see it at the Vista Vision?
Biggest mistake of my life. No, we saw it in Universal, and when we were pulling up, we realized it was Halloween Horror Nights.
No.
There was traffic. Like, it took a full half hour to get in there. We almost missed it.
You told me that you were doing Universal, and in the back of my mind, I was like, I'm so happy I'm not going with you, because I was like, going to Universal CityWalk.
Only reason?
Yeah, well, going to Universal CityWalk is a nightmare.
A devastation.
The
I will
only
never do it
time you
again.
should ever go to Universal CityWalk is when you have someone from out of town visiting and you're forced to like show them around.
Right, and they love the Minions, and you're like, well, what? They will not like the rest of Los Angeles. And you can kind of
summon up the courage, but willingly going there.
I know. Well, they're the only ones with like the 70 millimeters, so I did want to see it.
That and also Chinese grandma, which is another. It's like, why are they only very touristy destinations? Like, come on.
I know. Well, movie is excellent. Like, neither of us really knew anything about it. Vat knew nothing about it. He was just like, whoa, when it was over. He said it feels like Kill Bill. When I was watching it, it kind of felt like, I was like, this must have been like what True Lies was like when that came out. Because it's just like an action movie, and it's topical, it's funny, it's
four
exciting.
Quadrant.
It is like
we've discovered what 4 quadrant means, and it's one battle after another.
Well, that's it's 4 quadrant. So here's the thing. Here's my assessment. Gennifertias, you know how I feel about boys in film. I don't think they belong on screen. Yeah. I don't think men belong on screen. I think it should, every movie, every music, like all music, it should all be women.
Yeah.
And I have to hand it to
And if not women, it should be AI women.
Exactly. And I will say the 3 lead men of this movie are the only boys I would like to see on screen. I mean, Leonardo DiCaprio, incredible as always, just such a fun, like...
So funny.
He's so funny. Benicio del Toro just always being so charming and so like so effortless and cool. And then of course there is my favorite of all boy actors, and that's Sean Penn.
It is shocking to me that you would say that he is your best actor.
Now,
After seeing that, I mean, he should. Oh, I don't know but like, yes, for that he should. But I was like, but I love Benicio in it. So, but I think you have to give it to Sean. You do. It's just Sean is a little like his real life stuff kind of, takes away from some of it.
Yeah. I agree. He is a little like. Say what you will about him in real life. I just think that he gives such exciting,
powerhouse
unexpected performances. I mean, the way he played this character, as like you could see his weakness, like like just the way he played it. It was so he plays this villain. If you haven't seen it, Gennifertias, you've got to see this movie. He plays this villain in a way that is so like self-conscious and
it's very layered and like dynamic.
Oh God, he's brilliant. I mean, just congratulations on your next Oscar. I think Benicio, obviously, he's really well liked, and I think they will push for him. And by the way, also not just the boys, the women in this movie are incredible.
Well, this is what we were
Chase
talking
Infiniti.
about. Like we were like, we sound so straight because we're talking about Sean Penn and Benicio del Toro.
This is what makes it 4 quadrant.
Yeah, because but they give such great performances.
Oh my God.
I actually do think like it would be Sean Penn's to lose. I just think in today's awards climate and the season is so long, and they do unfortunately make it not necessarily always about the performance, but about the person, about the speeches.
Yeah.
And I think that it would be, I'm very curious to see how he is going to ride award season, because this, now it's like, to me it feels like it's yours to lose, but how will you handle it for the next 6 months is how he would, where I'm like, I haven't seen all the performances, but god damn, he like, yeah. And then
I do think he's just so brilliant in it, and especially what's happening right now. I mean,
it's very Javier Bardem, like in No Country for Old Men, in the sense of like, it's an undeniable, like, you should be sweeping.
Yeah.
Or Christoph Waltz in Inglourious Basterds.
Yeah. Monique in Precious. Like, no matter what, how you're participating.
Greg Trimmer in Miss Thing, the pod.
Totally. But enough about, like, please, you go into it.
I'm in agreement. I think I'll focus on the women.
Yeah.
Because
brilliant.
Literally, Teyana Taylor. Perfidy. What is it?
Perfidia Beverly
Hills. One of the best names of all time.
I wouldn't say that's our first child's name, but I mean, we're not cool enough, unfortunately.
She leaps off the screen. She is literally sex on heels.
Yeah.
So much power. She is like everything, her actions cause everything in the movie.
Right.
And you have to have a very specific person who can cause that much like chaos. Command that much. To command the screen over Leonardo DiCaprio and Sean Penn in 2 of their best roles, those are 2 of the best actors of all time, is insane.
With those eyelashes. Did you see the eyelashes?
Yeah.
Where they're kind of like curled into one. It's a little like, oh, okay, that's a choice.
How many, by the way, this movie is for sure going to be the most Halloweened costume.
You think? I think
Absolutely.
Gladys.
Okay, I'm saying the movie in general because there's multiple characters. Gladys is just one person. In this, you could be Leo in the robe. You could be her pregnant. Anyone pregnant with a gun. You know, like there are you could be Sean Penn in the army thing. Like there is you could be Chase Infiniti in the prom dress and the leather jacket. There are so many things where it's like, I just feel like it will be the movie that has a lot of people going for it, especially because it has legs. I already can tell it's gonna, it has long legs to do another horror movie.
I think that I just think it's going to continue to actually grow and grow and grow. The word of mouth is going to be nuts.
And then, the other thing is Chase Infiniti. What a star. And already so future Miss Thing coded because her name. We have to talk about, do you know the origin of her name?
It's 2 brands.
It's literally no. Yes and no. In the sense of Chase comes from Chase Meridian. From Batman. Her parents named her after Nicole Kidman's character.
Stop.
And then Infinity comes from, no joke, from Buzz Lightyear to infinity and beyond.
But like with an I.
Well, we don't know the backstory of why.
But she's obviously made this name.
No. Her parents named her this. Her parents,
they are so Miss Thing Code. They're so us.
But I'm saying, like, oh yeah, exactly. Yeah. They knew she was going to be a star, like with a name like that.
Right.
I mean, one, stunning, gorgeous. That the last 30 minutes are like something to be like truly one of the best to commit to film in so long.
Good luck breathing.
And she is like holding that screen the entire time. It is so well done. Everyone in this movie is at the top of their game.
Yeah, it's a feature for everyone.
Paul Thomas Anderson is going to win Best Director.
I think it deserves Best Picture. I haven't seen anything else. I just haven't felt this way in a movie in so long. I wasn't sure. Like, I do like Paul Thomas Anderson. I'm not straight, so like I feel like you have to be straight to like totally love all his stuff.
Same. I've never really dived into his oeuvre.
Well, Magnolia is his big one, I think. I love Magnolia, and I love
if you
The
talk
Master.
If you talk to a straight person,
well, it's There Will Be Blood all the way down.
Or like there's if you talk to a film buff, it's Phantom Thread. It is
which are good movies.
Don't listen. Actually, this is a very important disclaimer for all the Gennifertias. Do not engage a straight man in a conversation about Paul Thomas Anderson. If you want to get out if you're at a party and you want to get out at an early time, you won't.
Yeah, you want to go to bed that night?
You won't.
No. And by the way, he's going to ask you to marry him before the end of the night too, because he's going to think you care.
Yeah.
He's going to be like, oh, I get it. It's a girl who cares. Yeah. And you're just like, you don't even know what to do. You're like, I actually please stop. And they don't hear you. They are going in about why Magnolia is going to change your life.
The relationship dynamic in Phantom Thread.
He's asking you to Phantom Thread him. He wants you to be poisoning him. He's like, can we have that little dynamic? Because that's what all straight men who love Paul Thomas Anderson, they like want that dynamic.
Yeah, they want to sit you down and watch one of those movies. But the great thing now is in 2025, we have been given an out, which is now you can say that you enjoyed one battle after another.
And that's his gift to cinema.
Right. I know. Okay, well, we need to recover. We got to go fight our own battles.
So
after
another.
Exactly. So let's take a break.
We're back. And it's time for our Miss Thing of the Week.
I have been waiting for this Miss Thing since week 1. I could not be more excited. This is obviously, if not my... I don't know if she's my... I'm going to say it. I think she's my number 1. I don't know if she's my number 1 because there's too many Miss Things, but she's definitely in that tippity top for me. I'm so excited.
And she is a number for me.
She is exactly. This is the reason why it's been a while is because we don't have the same love affair.
Yeah, we have differing views on our Miss Thing this week. But of course, I love all the girls we do on this podcast. And our Miss Thing this week is of course Taylor Swift.
Okay, as the Swiftie of the podcast, I cannot wait. A Life of a Showgirl is out.
As of the
recording. Yes. Currently, it is not out. So we are going to talk about the career, the legacy, how she is literally the number 1 superstar to do it currently. No one is bigger. You can say a lot of other people have come for the crown lately, but I'm sorry, it's just like it's her world and we're all living in it.
Well, it is so funny to hear, to experience a Swiftie experiencing the world as a Taylor Swift fan, because it's so interesting. By the way, I have no issue with Taylor Swift.
If you're not a Swiftie, it's an isolating experience.
It is so isolating because, like, in a Swiftie's experience, she is the biggest thing that ever exists, and then in a non-Swifties experience, it's just like, oh, it's her again.
I mean, I will say, and this should be a horror movie. Like, there should be a horror movie about Swifties because we are scary, and
friendship warriors.
Well, but there are certain things where it's like I exist like I say I'm a Swiftie because I'm a fan of her, but then I don't like being a part of that culture because it can be a little too scary.
Right. It is intense. Well, fandom in general can be so wild.
But I mean, it's a credit to her that the reason why Swifties are so intense is because of she is a marketing genius who knows how to rile up a fan base and get them devoted to her. And that is because, and I will just go right into it, she is the songwriter of our generation. She has figured out, it's like there's no one else who can even touch her as far as like creating lyrics that are one, like pop hits, but also create a time and place where you really feel like you've experienced it as well, even though clearly we are living completely separate lives.
Listen, I couldn't agree with you more. I'm like joking a little. Like I actually really do admire Taylor Swift's skill. I think she, especially like the thing that I recognize and can appreciate the most, as someone who likes her but is not like in the fandom, I think like she truly is like an incredible lyricist in particular. She's a poet. She has a real way with words, especially given how famous she's been for so long. I think it's really incredible that she manages to like she can still mine and explore those feelings of like self-discovery that I think
when you don't have to when you're that big.
Well, I think I don't know how someone does when they're that big. Like she still feels like approachable, like that like girl who is like going through life like open eyes, open heart, and sort of like letting life sort of potentially even ruin her, like through love or whatever, through experience. And I really like, she's like a Huck Finn. Like, I don't know that reference even.
Well, she's so quintessentially American.
Yes.
I think is what you're getting at, which is just like she is Miss Americana and the Heartbreak Prince.
Of course, I know that reference.
It is something where I think where she is so impressive also is not just that she is this lyricist, but also the work ethic. Yeah. It is something where it's like she does not need to be working that hard, but I think it's because it's genuinely just like in her bones. Like this is just like how she processes the world and we get to benefit from it. And I think the thing that is what I love about her and I love about a lot of these pop girls is like they are so unabashed about like these days, and I feel like it's gotten as the years go on, and I think she's a big credit to this, which is like about being passionate about wanting it, about being like, I want to be the greatest. Like, I want to top myself. I want to figure out ways to do better than I did the last album. I want to win Grammy. I want to win all the Grammys. I want to win Album of the Year. Like, I think before, like, there was so often where, like, you need to be demure, you needed to be humble, you needed to be, like, a certain type of person. And I think she really did, like, from a very long time ago, was like, no, I want to win those awards and I'm going to do everything I can. And same with sales. Like, I think there's something very nice about someone not pretending that like they need to like lessen themselves. Of like, no, I have a drive. I have a passion. This is something that I genuinely love to do and I would do it regardless of the fame. But on top of that, I want to be the best.
She wants to dominate. That's so interesting. It's so interesting hearing it from your perspective because like, as someone who kind of feels like on the outside of it, that is not what I see. I see her like, I see Hurricane Taylor come in and dominate and sweep the charts and everything. But I actually think this is like a great thing about like her image. I think I see her more as like girl's girl. I see her as like friendship. I see her as like belonging. Like I see that's what I actually experience when if that's what the messaging is to like.
I think if you really like, I think because she is so big that people can take like people kind of dip in. Like, I think the other great, amazing thing about Taylor is she has been famous for so long. People forget that she got famous at 16 in 2006. So
I never forget that,
this has been 19 years, close to 20 years that she's been mega famous. People forget that Taylor Swift, the first album, is actually, I think still to this day, I mean, it's because of also the way that albums get sold. Like, I still think it might be like her most like that has like 7 million albums, that first album. Like she was big in country before, and then Fearless got even bigger, and she's just couldn't. And then Speak Now happened, and ever since Speak Now, she's had a million release week, debut week since then. The only person who's been able to do it consistently since like 2010.
Right.
There's now talk that she is going to beat Adele's record of having more than 3 million. I don't know if she can, and if she did, it would still be a little bit like not the same because she's doing all those variants to get the record. I think the other reason that she does so well, she does better actually than like any other artist out there, I think, is because that she has released so consistently. I think people can like maybe say it's calculated. I feel like that's one of the things. But I think that what she's doing, she's a business. But I think the reason why we are also connected to her in her fan base is because more so than any other artist, the consistency has allowed us to attach her albums to parts in our lives that then we then are like, oh, this album makes me think of when I was in college, or when I was in high school, or when I was going through this breakup, or like when I was in my mid-20s, or when I was in the pandemic, in a way that like, because other people kind of like Adele come like drop an album, change our lives, and then disappear for 10 years.
And this is at my age. Like,
yes, exactly.
So, and you're going to be your age when you listen. Like she's tied her album to age.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and moments in life. No, I agree.
Yeah.
Like I agree. It's like Madonna.
Yeah.
You know, when you're lucky enough to witness one of these people that has just sticks around and has that longevity and has those legs. Yeah. I think it's how prolific she is. It's like, I mean, it seems to me like she can have like a single 30-minute dinner and write an entire album about it. Yeah. And it's a little like, okay, you got that from that, and that's wow. That being said,
we got to make it about ourselves.
We have really gone in on Taylor, so it's time to make it about ourselves. Yeah. Tim, how do you make Taylor all about you?
Okay, well, I'll be quick because I've already talked too much about her. But, okay, Taylor, obviously, you know, she's famous for writing songs about boys and heartbreak and relationships.
Totally.
So this makes me think of a time that I went to see my very first Taylor concert, which was Reputation. I wish it was 1989 or one of the earlier ones, but it was Reputation.
Hey, but you were all grown.
I was all grown.
Yeah, and so was she.
And so was she. And it was, honestly, it is one of the... I sometimes think it was even better than Eras Tour because it was so... everyone
focused.
Knows it was so... Yeah, and that album was underrated, and now everyone has seen how great that album is. But at that time I went to see Reputation. There was a boy that I was... you know, in a situationship with, let's say.
Happens.
And he was you know, we'll just call him the politician's son because he was a politician's son.
Okay. Baron Trump.
Yeah, it was Baron Trump. Yes, I feel like at that... Anyways, so I was seeing this guy, and every time that, like, we were to get... Like, our first date was magical. The hours, like, just, like... We would stay up so late, and everything was just like easy. It felt like, okay, is this the one?
Yeah,
who knows?
Totally.
And then when the date wasn't happening, like truly, it was like I didn't exist. It was such a weird thing where it would be like in person, the chemistry, the conversation, the connection.
Yeah,
and then like when it wasn't there, you would be like, okay, do you even know that I exist? Do you care about me at all?
Right. Does anything exist?
Exactly. And that's how I'm feeling. And I'm like, I don't want to be doing this. And so like I'm texting, but then you're taking like 3 days to respond. And so then I'm like, okay, I'm kind of over this. But then just as I'm about to be like, okay, we're in different things, then he comes and says just enough and then like asks me on a date.
Right. Beep, beep, beep. The radar goes off. Yeah. It's time to text.
Yeah. And so then like we'd go on a date, and just as I was about to be like, hey, like just wanting to like check in vibes, it would just be another like perfect date, you know?
And so you're like, just actually break it off. Like
I was just like, I don't know. I can't tell. And again, it was like very early stage. It was like the first couple weeks. So I text him and I'm like, hey, like, can we, I think I texted him being like, just a very light kind of check-in, being like, hey, is everything like good? I haven't heard in a while. Like, and he was like, totally. He's like, actually, do you want to go like on a date? And at that point I was already like, okay, you're saying this, but let's like have this date and I'm going to like bring it up to, even though it's like week 3 or 4.
Right.
But I was like, we go to the date and I was like, listen, I really like you, but I'm kind of getting these vibes that like maybe you have other priorities. And I've been feeling that like, I don't know. I think also when you're seeing someone that you like the honeymoon phase is the beginning. So if it's not good in the beginning,
right,
it's only getting worse.
Yeah, it's not like going to get easier.
Yeah, and it's not going to be like, I'm like, this is when we should be the most obsessed with each other.
Right.
And so I was saying to him, I was like, I just kind of feel like, listen, I don't need to be even like your top 4 priorities, but I feel like I'm like priority number 25, where it's like after I do everything else in my day and other days pass by, then I will text you back. And I was like, I want to be with a guy who like I'm a little higher up on the priority list.
Right. It's like week 2. You're experiencing full lesbian bed death.
And so I was just like, so I just want to check in. I was like, I told him too, I was like, I want to have a talk with you. So he knew, like, if I say I want to have a talk, like, we're going to have a talk.
Of course.
And so we go to a bar, we sit down. I basically like say like, hey, I'm feeling this, and like, where are you feeling? He's like, I got to say, I'm really enjoying my time together. I'm sorry I've been so bad with my phone. I know I've been so bad with my phone, but like I am so in this and want to continue. And I was like, okay, like, well, if you're in it, then like I'm in it. He's like, and I'll be so much better. And I was like, cool. And I had already like prefaced kind of like, let's just get drinks to see if this is like what the conversation will go.
Right. Like you just want to get some honesty.
And so he says that. And then I was like, okay, cool. And then he was like, so should we get like a meal? And I was like, okay. So then I'm not kidding you. He then is like, orders 2 different appetizers.
Nacho platter.
Like a big like burger and fries.
Yeah.
A beer. And he's like, then I like order my thing. After the waiter
he's like, I'm not driving.
Yeah. After the waiter goes, we sit down, we're waiting for our food. He goes, but I have to be honest with you. And I was like, okay. And he was like, so after our first date, like the next night I went out with friends and I met another guy.
Okay.
And since it's only been like 4 weeks, he was like, so since I've been seeing you, I've also been seeing another guy.
Sure.
And I like you guys the same. And I just like can't decide. I just want to be honest with you.
After not being honest for
so long. And after ordering, so I was like, I couldn't have been more clear about like, we're having a talk. We are just getting like a beer. So then it's like easy. You can leave the table. Why on God's green earth would you say this after we order so much food? Yeah.
And you ordered like a salad.
Truly, I was so like, so then I was just like reeling from it. And then I was basically like, yeah, like this is great. He did nothing wrong in the sense of like it's early stages. Like it's not, you don't need to commit to me. But I'm not interested in being on The Bachelor at this time where we're dating at the same. So I was kind of like, cool. I think you should pursue it with the other guy because clearly I'm into you and you're figuring out what's happening.
Right.
And I said that like right away and not thinking as well. But we had to wait for the food to come. And if you think that I was like, I don't need that food, like whatever.
Oh, hell no.
So then we had the world's most awkward dinner. I'm like, he's then telling me about the other guy.
You're like, tell me
I'm like,
about
oh, that's great.
Yeah.
I was like, and then he's like, but I still want to keep seeing you. Like, do you actually like? I'm going out with my friends, and they really want to meet you, and I want to hang out.
Oh God, no!
Like,
do you think of me when you're with him?
Yeah, I was just like, okay. Anyways, so that was the last time I saw him.
Okay,
but then I had Taylor's music to comfort and console me.
Yeah, and then you went and you wrote an entire album. That's very Taylor coded. Yeah.
It's very,
Take your broken heart, turn that into art. And the art is Miss Thing Podcast.
Exactly. But this was years ago.
Yeah.
Anyways.
Sure.
I've been talking far too much. Greg, how do you make Taylor Swift all about yourself?
Well, listen, Taylor Swift. Taylor Swift is a girl of eras. Taylor. Yeah. She's a girl of eras. And, I really love the country era of Taylor. I don't know if she's actually, I think she started country. She sort of like dips in and out. I still very much consider her a country artist, even though the pop stardom has sort of taken over. And of course, I am a pop girly at heart, but I myself have dabbled in the country space.
Okay.
Once or twice in my life. So I'm brought back to a time in college. When I sort of had my first taste of tarnation, let's call it.
Okay.
And my friend Christina turned me onto a little group called Rascal Flatts. Christina, of course, we both grew up in New Jersey, a suburb of New York. And I went to school in New York City. I had never so much as even like been to a football game. I had never tailgated before. I don't know any of this. But I decided to try a little country on for size. Yeah. So we got tickets to a Rascal Flatts concert. So they were playing at the, what's it called? The PNC Bank Arts Center.
I just can't believe, like, you of all people went to a Rascal Flatts concert.
Yeah, but I got like an outfit for the occasion. It's kind of like a flannel looking shirt. I got even got a hat.
Yeah.
I was wearing, I still think I was wearing Diesel jeans, you know, huge holes in the crotch, which was sort of like Diesel's thing back then. Completely burned crotch holes. So at the time, we had a third come with us. Someone a little older who was able to drive us and be our designated driver. It was a former lover who I met on, say it with me, MySpace. But he was our designated driver and provided the alcohol. Yeah. So we did, we tailgated for the first time. I had never done that before. We played Edward 40 Hands.
So college.
The famous game, which I had learned that in college. But
which is so dangerous for people like us who have to pee all the time.
Exactly.
If you...
Even thinking about it right now is making me have to piss my brains out.
I actually think that is what the military should do to like get you to, you know, like water torture. The new water torture should be Edward 40 hands, like force you to drink so much beer, tie your hands to beer, and then, you know, have no place. You just have to piss yourself.
Well, the thing is, if you, it's always been like this. If I have a single sip of beer and then pee, it's like I'm down for the count. I'm done for the night. Yeah. I'm in the bathroom. But we got a little wrecked, and I do believe we also took a pill of some sort.
Okay. In Ibiza.
But I mean, we were in the crowd was rowdy. I had never been around activity like that.
Yeah.
And we got so crazy at one point. I don't remember much of the concert.
Well, you were on the broken road.
Exactly. That led Christina straight to the trash can, where at one point she was like about to like start puking in the trash can, and the security guard came up to us, and I was like, no, you're fine. And I kind of like pulled her hair, like we walked out. But we didn't get kicked out, which I think if we were at a pop concert, we would have been kicked out.
Big country is different.
Country, the things these country bumpkins get away
they're
with.
like, well, God bless him, and that broken road that he's on.
Totally. And life is a highway. Yeah. But luckily, we weren't driving that night because your
former lover was. Yeah.
Right. Yeah, and we would be in jail all night long if we hit the road.
Wow, there's so much about this story that is hard for me to take in. I can't picture you in diesel jeans. I can't picture you going to wrestle.
That was my uniform. Diesel jeans, huge holes in the crotch. No, I actually have a picture of that night. I'll have to find it and put it. Yeah, we'll put it on the pod's Instagram. Yeah. I looked cute.
I'm sure you did. And I'm sure you looked even cuter huddled over that trash can.
Yeah. No, it was crazy. I've never like really gone to a country show again, but again, like the crowd was so wild that was like the least of their concerns.
Yeah.
But I think it's time for a break.
Yeah.
Yeah. Welcome back. And it's time for Diva Down. Diva Down, of course, is our final segment where we take a person, place, or thing that could really use our unsolicited advice. Yeah. And our Diva Down this week is Australia. And that is because
Keith Urban and Nicole Kidman are getting a divorce, and we are devastated.
They're two national heroes.
I mean, Australia's biggest exports. Speaking of country, we've talked. I mean, this to me devastates me. This is like love doesn't exist because it's like these two kooky koalas can't make it work. What hope do I have if I can't see these two hair legends make it after 19 years? These
are the two most reliable people at an awards show.
Yes.
You will always, I mean, what is the Grammys going to be if Nicole Kidman and Keith Urban aren't randomly sitting in the front row, Nicole clapping with her rings
Keith
apart.
Urban always kind of crying, you know?
Right. Proud of something. Yes. We're not sure what.
Moved by whatever is happening that year.
Right.
Listen, supposedly, we don't know the dynamic. Supposedly, Keith left Nicole.
Is that the story?
That's the story. I think she didn't want it. She didn't want the divorce, is what I'm hearing.
That's so sad.
So I'm very curious because we all know that she's a workaholic.
Right.
But I'm not going to put blame on her having a passion and following that. And clearly, he knew what he was signing up for.
And we don't know.
We don't know the dynamics. What were you going to say?
What we do know is who the breadwinner was in that home.
Oh, right.
So he must really not have wanted it. Listen, it said that they had been separated or living separately since June, and it was like, in both of their defense, Nicole's been working.
To have some advice for the situation. Yeah. One, Australia, you'll get through this. You've gotten through worse.
I mean, you all have 8 months paid vacation a year, exactly. So you'll be fine.
But I think my advice, because we focus on the women here.
Yeah.
My advice is for Nicole, which is really, I cannot wait for your hot girl fall and summer and winter and spring. Whatever you've got cooking up your, like any new interview that you have, you dancing out of a courthouse, I am just like, we know that she can't help but, be herself.
Right.
And so I guess for me, I'm like, just keep being your badass self.
Totally.
And I want you to date, I told you this off pod. I want you to date someone like a WWE player. You know that she
player.
A player. That's whatever that's me like
that's how good we are with sports.
Exactly. Someone she needs like
to get
The Rock. I think The Rock is with someone.
Well, she is so sexual. Like
sexual.
I just think she just needs to get plowed.
Oh, every night. And she will never have enough. And that's what I love about her. She's insatiable.
She is insatiable. And we don't even mean that in a sexual sense.
No.
Nicole is
I mean like her drive for always working.
She's like carnivorous.
Yeah.
I love Nicole. I agree. It's like I feel so sorry that they're not together because it's been a really long relationship. Nicole, I would love you to maybe do another like famous photo shoot because I was famously, it is October. Yeah. It is Joe Locktober, as Disney so aptly tweeted last year. And last year I made quite an impression, being you walking out of the moment you signed the divorce papers from Tom Cruise, that iconic moment where you're going, yes. So I would love that again, just for my own personal Halloween costume fair. Yeah. That being said, Australia, you're down, you're not out. I do think you are gaining back a hero, and I think Keith probably is going to come back there. He probably should go back there because there is really nothing tying him to America right now.
It is weird how he has become so kind of like American and like it's heartland America, but he's actually Australian through and through.
Right.
This is a complete tangent. Have you heard of October Theory?
I've heard of Orange Theory. I've heard of Joe Locktober. I've heard of Jocktober. I've heard of even No Shave November.
But you've never heard of October Theory.
No. But I bet I'll hear about it now.
October Theory is this thing where like you actually end your year in October and start planning for the next year. And so you like start setting your intentions for what you would like the new year to, because it's actually a better time because like the work year, if you're in school, you've been in school for a little bit now.
Yeah.
But it's also like it's not the holidays, like you still have some energy. And so you can actually set better intentions.
Because once November and
then you
December
have no energy in January. So it's like actually better to like kind of restart your year in October and set your intentions.
Wow, I love that. I love that. Honestly, I'm chasing that high every single month.
And maybe that's what Nicole and they did in June. Never mind. It was like their restart. Maybe they set it out into the public.
Yeah.
To be like, now it's a refresh. We're moving forward. Okay. With that,
be sure to call in with your diva downs. We are currently accepting voicemails. We've gotten a few really great ones, and we can't wait to share them with the world. But our phone number will be in our episode description, so find that. And we have a great voicemail for you.
So right,
a nice little surprise
call
for you
in
there,
because there's a fun voicemail that we have waiting for you. And don't forget to like and subscribe at Missing the Pod. 5 stars and above. Go to YouTube.
Yeah.
Hit that subscribe button.
Yeah.
Leave a few comments. Obviously, Margaret Qualley is Honey Don't.
Yeah, we're looking to grow our YouTube. We filmed this for you.
Yeah.
I think it's actually an elevated way to experience this podcast.
Absolutely.
So get on over to YouTube and be sure to subscribe to us there.
And otherwise, Cynthia, we cannot wait for Wicked Part 2. You know this.
Yeah.
And we'll see you next week.
See you next week.
Bye.
Miss Thing Podcast is created, executive produced, and hosted by Greg Trimmer and Tim Zintek.
It's produced and edited by Benji Simons, with cover art and additional creative support by Claude Zines.
Follow us on TikTok and Instagram at Miss Thing the Pod.
New episodes drop every Tuesday. Watch on YouTube or listen on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you get your podcasts.
Please subscribe, rate, and review, but only raves. Strictly 5 stars and above.
Follow Greg at Greg Trimmer and Tim at Tim_Zintek on all social media.
BONK.